David R. here. Today I'm going to talk to you about this book, Blowout by Rachel Maddow. In case you don't know who Rachel Maddow is, she is an author and she has her own TV show on MSNBC. In fact, it's highly rated. Now, she has written other books, obviously. She wrote this one, Blowout. She wrote Drift and Bagman. Now, this is her show. I have to admit, I haven't watched her show. I saw some clips here and there. And from what I've seen, she's a fine entertainer for her audience. She's like the on steroids, hyper lesbian version of Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. As you can see, this is a thick book. It's over 400 pages. It's well written and well researched. I think maybe she writes her own books unless she had a ghostwriter do it. And I'm sure she probably had other people doing the research. But it's not bad. It's thick. You'll get a lot out of it. You'll get your money's worth. This book starts at August 28th, 1859 on a farm in Pennsylvania. American industrial and economic power began with the discovery of crude oil, called rock oil at the time. The oil business began with John D. Rockefeller and his Standard Oil Company. Standard Oil became the largest business empire on earth. In fact, Rockefeller's peak worth was $305 billion. Did you know that our fuels of choice began as living organisms hundreds of millions of years ago? That's where the term fossil fuels come from. As you can see, we use a lot of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels include coal, petroleum, gasoline, and heavy oils. In the chapter entitled The Other 1%, she talks about earthquakes in Oklahoma in 2010. Now, prior to this date, there was only maybe an earthquake per year, but now there was suddenly over 20. Some people said it's a biblical statement. Others said, it's just gophers. But it was really fracking. Here's an example of fracking from livescience.com. This is a drilling rig in North Dakota. Hydraulic fracturing, also called fracking, is a drilling technique used for extracting oil or natural gas from deep underground. She also talks about Putin, the Ukraine, and the Russia collusion hoax. I call it a hoax because it turned out to be false. If you're a Rachel Maddow fan, you might take that a little serious, and that's okay if that's what you believe. But I think it's funny. I think it's entertaining. This part I'm going to read to you, so I'll show it on screen. She says, "We know that agents inside Unit 26165 and Unit 7445 of Russia's main intelligence directorate of the General Staff, GRU, used a variety of means to hack the email accounts of Hillary Clinton for President campaign and its chairman, and to infiltrate and infect the computer networks of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee," and on and on. In a lawsuit filed by Ted Butowski, Seth Rich and his brother Aaron actually leaked the emails. It wasn't the Russians. Now I'm going to read to you what the Washington Post says about this book. At its heart, this book is a tale of two countries, the United States and Russia, and how, as Maddow sees it, individually and together, they have been warped by a rapacious fossil fuel industry. Basically, all roads lead to this ginormous industry. There's a small list of other people and topics you'll learn in this book. For instance, Operation Plowshare. This is when nukes were used for construction purposes. Aubrey McClendon, co-founder of Chesapeake Energy. Royal Dutch Shell, Russian sleeper spies, Guccifer, poison pets, earthquake swarms, Standard Oil, Putin, and more Putin. She also reveals her sources, which I find interesting because not all authors go through the trouble of revealing all of their sources, but she does. And I'm just going to list a few, like the U.S. Energy Information Administration, Washington Post, Daily News, Masha Gessen, she's a critic of Putin and Trump, the Oklahoma Geological Survey, and lots of websites and books. I think if this is your topic of choice, you should go through all of those sources. I think you'll get a lot out of it. If you like Rachel Maddow and you are anti-Trump, you don't like Putin, you are an environmentalist, which that's not so bad, and you like Rachel Maddow, well then, go after this book. It might be what you're looking for. Anyway, that's all I got. Talk to you later. Bye.